Hey folks, what happens to gold, Bitcoin, and silver when the US dollar collapses? We're getting nearer, the date is coming close. What happens to Bitcoin? What happens to gold, silver, and even platinum when that day happens? Now, and which one is the better alternative? We're going to have a close look at Bitcoin's price action for the for the short term and for the longer term, and then have a look at gold, silver, and platinum and those options today. Because what happened, just in the last 24 hours or so, well, last day or two, was actually quite scary. Like, you literally have the most powerful man in the world, Donald Trump, and the most richest man in the world, Elon Musk, going to, going to battle. And then one of them is actually on the Epstein list. And that's why he won't reveal his videos, whatever. That's just... We're not that far from a collapse of the US dollar, believe it or not. If you just have to look at all the basic signs. Let's have a look at Bitcoin first, before we get to gold, silver, which are making big breakout moves right now. So for Bitcoin, do we think this was the bottom? Weekly chart, and this could signal a bottoming tail, weekly bottoming tail, right? However, this is we still have something like 40 hours to go until the week officially closes. This is Saturday, June the 7th, early in Asian time zone. So watch out how this bar closes over the weekend. If it closes where it is now, 104.8, then that's pretty strong. That could give us like a relatively confident case that the bottom could be in. But if it closes something like here, like 103 or below, then chances are we meander down again. We nearly had a bullish engulfing candle. Like, if it just closed here at 104.7, then we would have had a bullish engulfing candle, but we didn't. So not sure what to make of this right now. As I've always said, my thinking is we get a blow off top in stocks and Bitcoin, and we're very close to that now, but I'm not sure where this pullback ends. Above 100K was my original call, and then everyone started agreeing with me. 42% of people surveyed says they think we end above 100K. I just don't, that makes me worried. So I still keep open the chance of a dip down. I bought some around here, right? I'll buy some more of the coins that I like. And speaking of coins I like, how about this one? It's gone up like about 3-4x since I spoke about it in my video 2 days ago. The Swarm, check out that episode. I think we're still very early, like 17 mil for a coin that's backed by Mark Cuban, the co-founder of LinkedIn, and all those guys. So, and OKX. So the crypto funding still quite green. So as I keep on saying, I'm not expecting one of those 10% one-day flash crashes, right? So if anything, we could squeeze up higher, take out some of the shorts, then bounce around and see if we can break 100K. Breaking 100K would just give me another buying opportunity. I think we possibly could get to mid-90s, right? But dollar cost average on the way down, low 100s and then mid-90s. Okay, now let's have a look at where Bitcoin can go in the long term, and then how does that perform against gold, silver, and platinum, which are having breakout moments right now. But before we do, first let's answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo He-Man use? Well, Pablo uses this exchange that's non-KYC. That means even the exchange can't see you. You don't need to show any ID. Of course, then Americans can use it. That means the IRS can't see you. The tax office can't see you. FBI, CIA, nobody can see you. And this is the Pablo link. Just by signing up, win over $8,000 of new B prizes just by signing up. Over 1.3 million global users already. Fastest growing, right, non-KYC exchange in the world right now. Okay, so folks, if you're watching this on YouTube, then the link is in the description below. But if you're watching it on another platform of mine, such as this one, then that's okay. Just click on the profile page, and there is my link tree or Stan link. It's first deal that pops up because it's a great deal with Bitunix. Okay, let's get back to the markets. And keep in mind, folks, only on the Pablo He-Man link. So with Bitcoin, for the longer term, what I think is happening is that we get another blow off top, another big leg up. The reason why is because of this. So I'll show you guys this chart. I'll show you guys this chart. I've basically, let me just show you guys why I think the blow off top is happening. Because a few days back, a few weeks, more like mid-April, I called for a blow off top, and this was very public in my Discord, everywhere. Why was I saying that? Because I thought the SP 500 and the NASDAQ should go for a blow off top, right? And right now we're very close already to this is SP 500 within like 2% of its all-time high. NASDAQ also within 2% of its all-time high, and this was a close, weekly close within the new channel. We could have just gotten back into the new channel. If it does, then there's a good chance there may not be a deep pullback. No, may not be a pullback like I was saying. We just keep going. So for Spider SP 500 ETF, I wouldn't rule out chance of some sort of pullback and then go up, or we get to like double top, pullback, and then blow off top. When the blow off top happens, then so does Bitcoin blow off top. So the way it would happen, let me just move this so that we can see it better. The way it would happen would be, basically, we can see this is a Fibonacci channel RSI, right? It's one of the indicators, so don't take it 100% seriously, but it is something we should look at. Bitcoin, basically, we had the when it hits these tops, it tends to indicate, right, an extreme stretch on the upside, and timed a few of these tops quite accurately. But however, when it hits the green bottoms, right, it tends to time the bottom as well. Where we are right now is not anywhere near top, except this very deceptive 69K top from the last cycle. That's why everyone's been saying, oh, this could be a double top, like 2021 bull run. I've said for very loudly, very strongly, I am against that. I think that's the least likely scenario. Not thinking it can't happen, but least likely scenario. Most likely is a blow off top. Most likely is a blow off top. And they're saying, compared to the RSI here, it does look like this 2016, 2017 bull run, right? If you look at the RSI position here, and then a blow off top. But of course, because Bitcoin's so big now, it can't do like a 7x move, whatever it was when it broke out here, right? But that does still mean a very big leg up, and that's great for altcoins as well. But for folks, because on this leg up, that's when altcoins explode. For folks who are interested in other alternatives to protect your wealth, I've spoken about gold before, but also lately, platinum and silver are breaking out. So gold forming a weekly look at this. Wick up, some distribution here on the weekly chart. Didn't go red, still in some green. It'd be good if gold does pull back, so then some folks can still get in. Say something like 3,150 is my target. There is a small chance it gets to like 29.80. Nice area for dollar cost averaging in. So silver breakout. I've warned about mostly platinum breakout as well, and warned about silver as well. And look at where silver is right now. I'm just going to show you guys on the weekly chart first. So on the weekly, we are here, right? We're just hitting this bar right here. This was the resistance line. We broke that, retested, and then boom, trying to get above here. This is key resistance once again at 35.7. Because silver has been so depressed for so long, I want to show you guys the monthly chart. Okay, this is this is a bit of an insane chart. Like silver makes these insane kind of moves. Like 77 to this was what 80 in 3 years. It went from like $4.60 to $47. So 11x move, and people were playing with futures on that as well. So just so we can see it better, put it on logarithm. People call this the cup and handle of the century. You have the cup and handle. Right now we're here, and they're not wrong in saying this is cup and handle of the century, because it took a half a century. See, from 1980 to now, 45 years to form this. When it blows off, it could be quite big, because the okay. Look at the monthly closes above 36. 36, as I said, is obviously major resistance area, but above 36, we've only had 1, 2, 3, and probably 4 closes. Yeah, no. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Right? There was no monthly close above $36. Look at this. Look at this. Right? This close was what? 34.9. So there are only we're now in the 1, 2, 3, 4. We're now at the 5th highest close monthly closing history. If you can just hold this area, get above here, $43, and we're at the 2nd highest close. So a very bullish looking situation for silver. And the problem is this. The problem is how do you store silver? Like I don't know about you guys, but there's a saying. They say that silver is the poor man's gold. And that's because $1,000 of silver gives you 1 kilo of silver. Like, how do you store $100,000, which isn't much for most families? That's 100 kilos of silver. Like, where do you store it? Like, do you have to create a trap door here or something? Like, it's just difficult to store, right? Then what if you move? Like, not even because of a war, but if you just move to another country because you want to enjoy the tropical climate. So one way to do this is actually the silver miners. The silver miners. Just quickly, I'll show you guys. The silver miners are the GDX gold miners, GDXJ gold junior miners, SLVP silver miners, SILJ silver junior miners. Right? They've been, look at SLJ. Like, it's still in this massive range. It's gone from $10 to $15. Hardly moved. The smallest, most junior silver miners have hardly moved. Okay, so this high is the highest close in what? In 4 years. But that's about it. It's inside this. It's inside this this massive like. You could call that a triangle, a wedge. We haven't even broken out of that yet. So because people don't believe silver moves, because it's like you saw, silver takes so long to build up to a move, and when it does move, it's explosive. So people still think this is a fake out. People don't believe in it. But I want to show you guys something. So here, this is, by the way, this is when silver moves does happen. We can see that. Like, this was the 70s, Hunt Brothers silver squeeze, boom, big move. This is the 10-year rolling percent of change. And then, because this would filter out the noise a lot more, bottoms, and then starts, boom, second big move. And then this is possibly the third one, right? The third one. It hasn't been, this was 80 to 2011. So that's 30 years in between, 2011 to now, 15 years in between. It hasn't been 30 years yet, but we could still get a big pop like this. Maybe not as high as this one, maybe higher. We don't know. Like, US debt just hit 37 trillion. The reason why was Elon Musk having a big debate with Donald Trump, that big spat, big meltdown, because Trump passed this budget that would basically add $2.5 trillion to the U.S. budget deficit or debt So we would be looking at 39.5 trillion about 12, 13 months from now, almost closing on 40 trillion for US government debt, and Elon doesn't want that. So, so basically, this is the silver junior miners, the chart that I just showed you, compared to silver itself, the ratio. And we can see that it's way underperforming even silver itself, the silver junior miners, even underperforming silver itself. If it even bounces something like this, not even get to a new all-time high, just the bounce like to 0.7, 0.8, then, and silver itself does a few X, that's possible, then some of these juniors are like crypto. They're like tiny altcoins. They're like when some of them are valued at like 30 mil, 40 mil, 100 mil. If they get to 3 billion, 4 billion, which could easily happen in a bull market, bull run, then that could be like 30, 40, 50x move. It could be even more on some of those guys. Just quickly now, I'll show you guys platinum. Don't sleep on platinum. I've been talking about it a lot. I'm probably one of the few guys who's crazy about platinum. It's in an even more crazy situation because it just had this monthly chart. So this is going back to 2008. You've had this downward pressure. Then finally, look at that candle. Boom! It's broken through. That's on the monthly, by the way. We need to see the monthly close, but I can show you guys the weekly chart, and it's also a breakthrough. That's the weekly close. 2 solid bars, and look at this. Look at this. I mean, so yeah, there's still a lot of noise. As long as we're under this 1340 area, it's still not a bullish pattern. You could say we're still in the lower half. Silver is like here, so silver is in a very bullish looking pattern because gold's already broken its new all-time high by a lot. So basically, but don't sleep on platinum. Like when it moves, the moves are massive. So this and remember, platinum right now is basically only like in a ratio of 3.5 to 1 to gold. Like 1 ounce of gold buys you 3.5 ounces of platinum. But if you're like born in the 80s, you remember that platinum used to be worth twice as much as gold. So it's 7x down just by if it just catches up to gold. And then if gold doubles or triples, then, you know. So anyways, not financial advice, but thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you for another episode.